Tough shit to deal with at a young age, but the fact that he's rapping about it now is huge. Now, I had the pleasure of actually talking to G-Eazy, and he told me some epic stories about his teenage years.
Can you describe kind of like what your bedroom looked like when you were a teenager?
Real gross and messy. You know, my bed and my desk. And my desk had the, you know, my computer and my speakers. And my microphone was next to that. And every day after school, or before school, whatever time, we decided to leave campus and hop on the bus. Me and all the homies would ride the bus to my house from school. We just all kick it in my room and smoke and hang out and
So
rap.
you were like the hangout spot.
Yeah. And we would, you know, we were all like into music. So I was the producer, so I'd make the beats, and we'd all just, you know, write our verses. And it was kind of like a competitive thing. Like,
cool.
You wanted to be the one with the hottest verse on the song, so that, you know, when you finish that last bar, you hear everybody like, ooh, you know, you got it. Like, you know, and then if you do your verse and you take your headphones off and everyone's just sitting there like, you know, you didn't really gas that one. And man, we would just do that like every day until, you know, until it's like, midnight. My mom's kicking us out like, yo, you got school in the morning, get these kids out of here. Like, yo.
What was the first time that you actually were like, oh shit, this is a crowd, I'm gonna perform in front of them?
Man, I was like really nervous to get on stages early on. I remember the first time we ever performed was, me and Marty were in this like little program in high school, whatever, and they put on a concert that we had to perform at, you know, and it was at lunch on campus, like on these steps, you know what I mean, where everybody would be at lunch or whatever. And I just, that whole day, I was so nervous, man. I like, you know, because I was like, yo, in high school is a war. Like, you either, if you embarrass yourself, you know, you don't even want to show your face again. But if you kill it, you're the man. You know what I mean?
Made it.
Like, you made it. You were on top. And I don't know if he killed it. I don't know if he...
Now I know obviously you do well with the ladies, this is not a problem, but you gotta start somewhere. Do you remember like where you were when you lost your virginity?
I do.
Like where it happened?
Well,
everybody does.
Yeah.
You got it.
I had snuck out of the house. There was this girl I was talking to, and you know, so I jump out the window of my room.
You were dating this girl?
Nah.
No.
Okay. No. And I walk to this park, and I meet her there, and we're just walking around, and she was like more, you know, experienced than me. I'm trying to act like I'm cool, you know. She's like, so, are we gonna do anything? Like, yeah. You know, sure. I got this. You know, it went down on a slide, you know.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it, and this is at nighttime, like you snuck out at night?
Yeah, in the middle of the night, and then I made it back home, you know, without my mom's knowing. You know, smooth, real smooth. Hopped back in the window, got in bed, went to school the next day.
Your
Like
fucking
man,
mind
I
was
felt
blown.
like the man. I'm, you know, on the bus the next morning.
I look at the
like,
world
oh,
differently now.
Oh yeah, whole new world.
If you 2007, Gerald enrolled in the Music Industry Studies program at Loyola University in New Orleans, where he would meet his manager, Matt Bauerschmidt. Here's a clip of one of their lectures.
As many of you may know, some majors have been sniffing around Gerald, and he's done showcases for 3 label presidents over the last year or so, right? Yeah. 6 months or so. And but that what I like about their plan is that that's not all they have going for them. They haven't put all their eggs in that basket. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Basically, every time I've met with a major label, I've made it really clear that I'm doing this with or without you guys. You know, like I have a destination, you know, to where I'm working towards, right. And I'm in a program that's, you know, that's helping me, you know, learn about that.
Right.
But that I'm not sitting here waiting for that to be the, you know, the benchmark of success or the,
right.
you know, the train to take me to where I'm going.
During this time in music school, G worked with friends in his program and put out a lot of music.
I ain't your everyday Joe, I'm flyer. It's already proven, you can tell by my attire. Take a look, you can tell I ain't a liar. First I got at her, then that's when she inquired. That's her secret, but yo, keep it. She the one, the only girl I'm trying to be with. The one I sleep with, the one I'm laid up in the sheets with. And I was his invention, I bang, finna be. Go tell your friends that I'm a dog, and why you had it? Go tell them about that guy that you was cheating with on Shattuck, and how you couldn't help it. You said you were so attractive. You shadier than me. I swear you got nerve causing static.
True that G-Eazy also got the opportunity to tour with Lil Wayne. Here's how that happened.
So you've been opening for Lil Wayne, right? So how did that come to be? What happens to allow you that, you know, to kind of stumble into that opportunity, or was it, what was the story behind it?
I won a contest. No, I'm kidding. Actually, this business, I'm telling you, I mean, hip hop especially, but the music industry in general operates on relationships. Like, it's all, you know. Yeah. I'm blessed and fortunate enough that I have a really cool friend of mine. He's actually my roommate, and he started working with Lil Wayne a while ago, and he got offered a job as an assistant tour manager, and he took it. He's been touring with Wayne for the last while, and he's just used it to build relationships with everybody on the tour, and he took my music and he brought it to Tez, who's Wayne's manager, and he says, you know, there's this kid that I really want you to actually seriously sit down and take the time to listen to. Right. You know.
Yeah, he doesn't ask that favor every day.
No, no, that's a big favor.
Been working for him for a long time. He asked the favor once.
Right.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
like you said, you build the relationship though after a long period of time, expose them to the music, give them a chance, get feedback, and like after a while, still not be afraid to ask.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like the same process.
Right.
So he gave the music to Tez, and Tez liked it, and he said, you know, well, let's bring this kid on the tour, let him open up, and you know, it was an exciting experience and all that, but it's still like, that's like, you know, barely scratching the surface. You know?
Even though G-Eazy was still in school, he managed to squeeze in a tour with Drake in the mix.
I had this opportunity to open like 12 dates on Drake's tour, like maybe like 2 years ago, and I was still in school. Like all my teachers are pretty chill. They're like, you know, I may not know who Drake is, but the tour looks big, so, you know, do it. One of them was like, yo, like, I'm at my tolerance. If you miss one more class, you're failing. And my reaction was always like, this isn't the end of the world. This isn't the end all be all. You know, like if I truly see myself going this far, this is not like a one chance to, you know what I mean, to get anything. On those early tours, you know, the Drake shit was obviously a good look, but when we were first trying to headline our own stuff, you know what I mean, and playing for small ass crowds, making long ass drives, making no money, just out there hungry trying to get it, like, that's where you find out if you really want the shit or not.
And after a couple more mixtapes, G-Eazy dropped the Endless Summer mixtape. And that turned some heads with his updated version of Run Around Sue, and the video actually featured G's girlfriend at the time, Devin Baldwin. 2014's These Things Happened that marked a turning point in G-Eazy's career. Here he is back at his old university talking about it.
All right, well, fuck the labels. I'm gonna build this myself then. Yeah. And we did, and it was like, these things happen. I wasn't signed. I recorded the whole album myself. I shot those videos on my dollar. Like, we were making like 30K a month on TuneCore from the last album, and I had saved all that up. We had like 120 grand, and I put that, we shot our own music videos, the Fall Alone, Almost Famous video, the Let's Get Lost, like that was paid for on our own dollar. Like, we had that money, we bet the house on it, I believed in the album, so when the labels came and they wanted to do that album on a major, you know, I was like, bitch, no, I built this shit. Like, my album is served on a plate. Yeah. It's ready to go. It's ready to buy. You give me what I want, or we don't have a deal and I go next door.